What's going on, friends? Dom from the Game Looters here, and in this quick video for Persona 3 Reload, we're talking all about money and EXP farming. Now, for this specific method, there's not really like a cheat or any kind of like gaming of the system that you need to do. This is simply utilizing the tools that Persona 3 Reload gives us as players pretty early on in the game. This is something that thankfully I discovered very early on just by simply playing the game, but it could be something that you maybe overlooked or you kind of just mashed X through like you do for a lot of other dialogue, because we all end up doing that at times. Okay, with that being said, let me make this quick. So the first thing we need to do is you need to have obviously the Polonia Mall unlocked, which is going to be unlocked very, very early on in the game. The second thing that we need to do is we need to have Club Escapade, which is open at nights, unlocked as well. Now, for Club Escapade, you are going to have to do a little bit of work to get some of your social stats up, but only one of the categories, which is Courage. Courage is going to need to be Ordinary or Rank 2 to be able to get into Club Escapade at night. If not, the doors won't open when they check your social stats. So to get your courage up, you can do things like going to karaoke, you can go to eat meals or ramen, you can also simply go to sleep during your classes. There's a lot of different ways to get your courage up fairly quickly, very early on to get into Club Escapade. Once you get into Club Escapade, you're going to begin hearing about a fortune teller, and the fortune teller will be inside of Club Escapade. And once the fortune teller, you can basically just talk to them. Once you have the fortune teller there, which is going to be there once you enter Club Escapade, you can go ahead and talk to the fortune teller. And what we're going to do is we're going to pay the fortune teller 3,000 to be able to get our fortune, and we're going to choose the rarity fortune. And what the rarity fortune is going to end up doing is it's going to increase the amount of rare personas that we see inside of Tartarus. When you unlock this, you're going to enter into Tartarus. Now, go ahead and make your way to Tartarus once you've paid the fortune teller the 3,000, and you're going to be able to see more rare personas. The rare personas are going to be those golden hand personas that you see kind of flailing about throughout Tartarus. Those are what we want. So when you enter Tartarus, go to the highest floor that you have available and give yourself some leeway depending where you're at in the game. You may have a blockage or something like I did. So what I did personally is I just went to the highest floor below the blockage, and I went on floor 60. So I did this a very quick farm because you don't want to spend a lot of time, but the more time you spend, the more money, the more EXP you're gonna get. But I went from just floor 60 to 69. So this is a very easy showing of how much EXP and how much money I got. So I went through the 9 floors from 60 to 69. Nice, I know. And this took about maybe 10 minutes to go through, maybe 15 minutes. It was very quick grind to go from 60 to 69. And in that time, I ran into 2 of the golden hand personas. Now, for the first persona I ran into, I got 2,715 EXP. And just for an idea, I'm in the floor 60s. I'm at around 25 hours into the game. So, considering the size of Persona 3, and it typically takes, a good 60 to 80 hours to beat, I'm about a quarter to maybe, a quarter to a third of the way into the game, so still fairly early on. So it might not sound like a lot, 2,000, 3,000 EXP, but in the early game, we're talking about a lot of EXP. So anyways, first golden hand persona, I got 2,715 XP. I then subsequently ran into a second golden hand persona, before I exited at level 69 through my little grind. And the second one netted me out 3,123 EXP. So again, this EXP is going to vary depending where you are in the game. Again, the later floors are going to net you a lot more EXP, but the amount of damage, or I guess you could say the amount of efficacy that they'll have, basically how much they'll actually impact your level. Obviously, the higher level you are, the more EXP it takes to gain 1 level. Once you've gotten the XP, that's the EXP part. The second is the money. So as you've gone through this, by getting the rarer personas, you're getting things like coins that are going to net you a lot of money. So after this, I went to the police station at the Polonium Mall. I sold all the items I got through that little 10-15 minute grind from, you know, those 9 floors. And I ended up getting just a little over 23,000 yen as my payout. So again, we're not saying the world on fire, but remember, this is early game. So because this is still technically, you know, in the first 20-25 hours, this 23 grand is a lot of money. That's like 4 to 8 shifts at the cafe. That's like 4 to 8 shifts at the theater. So definitely a lot of time being saved there from a money perspective if you're just looking to get yen. All right, my friends, I hope this quick video helped you out. I know I kind of over-explained a lot of these, but I want to make sure it's clearly understood of how to do this, you know, what a realistic expectation is. Because, you know, the way YouTube works is someone out there might show you like, oh, I got $1 million. And you're like, well, I didn't. So this is a more realistic view on how to gain EXP and money really quickly. All right, my friends, hope this helped you out. Throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Persona 3 Reload video. Peace.